Now on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com. A 12-person jury has been finalized for Trump's hush money trial. And Google fired 28 of its employees after protests against the company's contract with the Israeli government. Plus, around more than 3,000 AEP Texas customers lost power when power lines were pulled down.
And we got some more nice partly cloudy skies coming our way today with maybe some showers and a front coming our way over the weekend. We'll take a look at that in the weather coming up.
Victoria East softball has not made the playoffs in 10 years. Did they get it done last night? I'll have that in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Parker Cox.
And today it's the 19th day of April 2024. The time is now 6:31, almost said 5.
It's 5.
6:31 on our Friday morning. And today it's National Poker Day.
Poker Day, you know, I just couldn't get into poker. It's a cool game, don't get me wrong. I played a few of them, but I just can't get into it. Do you like poker?
No, I'm terrible at gambling.
Really?
If you invited me to a casino, I probably wouldn't go.
You still want to go? You know, I've actually never been to Vegas, and I actually really want to go.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
I bet. I can imagine.
There's more than gambling there.
Oh, of course.
All right, Parker. Well, are we going to be gambling with our high temperatures today?
Well, yes. Actually, yesterday we were gambling with 90. We were thinking we could hit 90 yesterday, but in fact, we ended up getting up to about 88 here in the city. The airport read about 87. It was a nice warm day yesterday. But coming today, I'm thinking about just the same weather actually coming our way today with partly cloudy skies and another warm day. But in fact, right now, if you tuned in with us this morning, it's already pretty warm out there. Right now, 73 degrees here in Victoria, and also a little bit humid as well with a dew point 2 degrees off of that temperature. Got a 93% humidity, and this computer is prompting a 3-mile visibility. I might say 3 to 5 miles because you can see a little bit foggy out there this morning. But please be careful because you might see a bit of that thin fog out on the roads this morning. But right now, all of us are experiencing that lovely low 70-degree temperatures this morning. Along the immediate coast, you are in the upper 70s because you're right next to that 80-degree water temperatures out there this morning. But like I said, it is plenty humid enough for some of that fog. Looking at your visibilities, so we're all in the single digits this morning. Got a 2-mile visibility in Beeville, 3 in Bay City, 3 in Wharton, and also 3 here in Victoria. So please be careful on the roads for this morning. The good news, though, is that they'll be out of our area by 9 a.m. because the sun's coming up today. Looking at your weather headlines here, more sunshine coming today, about the same cloud cover like yesterday, like I said there, but it's also maybe some spotty showers possibly coming our way tonight with thunderstorms coming this weekend and the front bringing that heat relief because it's going to be warm today and tomorrow. But like I said, partly cloudy skies today, right around, actually might even be earlier than yesterday. Going to be nice and sunny today, but that's going to bring us to the upper 80s. I'm thinking 87 today before that front arrives tomorrow night. But we're going to take a look at all that more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. A former Calhoun County Sheriff died last weekend. George Aleman retired as Calhoun County Sheriff in 2016. That ended his 41-year law enforcement career. Aleman also worked for the Port Lavaca and Point Comfort Police Departments. In the early 80s, he rose through the ranks to become a lieutenant in the Wharton Police Department. George Aleman was 71 years old. Around 12:42 p.m. yesterday, more than 3,000 AEP Texas customers lost power. AEP Texas tells us an 18-wheeler pulled down some power lines. The resulting outage affected 3,300 customers. As of 3 o'clock this morning, no AEP Texas customers in Victoria County were still without power. At one point, all stoplights were out from Ben Jordan Street to Leary Lane. Democrats made a move on Thursday that helped Republican leaders advance legislation to provide billions in stalled security funding for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. All 4 Democrats on the House Rules Committee joined 5 of their Republican colleagues to pass a rule allowing for consideration of the 4 House foreign aid bills on the floor. Several Republicans, including representatives from Kentucky, South Carolina, and Chip Roy of Texas, all voted against the rule. The House is expected to vote on the final passage of the foreign aid package this weekend. Texas House Republicans are split over whether to send aid to Ukraine. The Texas Tribune reports members of the House Freedom Caucus, including District 27 U.S. Representative Michael Cloud, continues to stall Ukraine aid. They are demanding that Congress pass a bill securing the southern border before considering the foreign aid package. The Freedom Caucus is urging Republicans to reject the rule that would allow the foreign aid legislation to get a floor vote. Texas DPS arrested a Victoria suspect Thursday. 38-year-old Bradley Hernandez faces 4 charges, including the manufacturing and delivery of a controlled substance, evading arrest with previous convictions, and tampering with evidence with the intent to impair an investigation. He's in the Victoria County Jail in lieu of an $81,000 bond. This morning, former President Donald Trump's hush money trial resumed for a 3rd day Thursday. A 12-person jury plus an alternate got selected for the trial. Prosecutors and the defense team selected the jurors from a pool of nearly 200 people. Trump has pled not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records related to a $130,000 payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels at the end of the 2016 election cycle. Prosecutors say Trump made the payment to keep Daniels quiet about her reported sexual encounter with Trump. However, he has denied the affair. April 19th is a dark day in American history as it marks the FBI siege at Waco and the bombing of the Oklahoma City Federal Building. 31 years ago, on April 19th, a 51-day standoff at the Branch Davidian compound came to a tragic end. A massive fire erupted inside the compound, destroying the structure and killing about 80 people. 2 years later, in 1995, a truck bomb exploded in Oklahoma City, destroying the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building, killing 168 people. Timothy McVeigh carried out the attack in response to the siege in Waco 2 years earlier. Google fired 28 of its employees Wednesday after protests against the company's contract with the Israeli government and labor conditions. News of the terminations were announced in one of the company's internal memos. That memo came one day after 9 Google workers got arrested for trespassing at company offices in New York and California, where they conducted hours-long sit-ins. A Google spokesperson tells sources physically impeding other employees' work and preventing them from accessing our facilities is a clear violation of our policies and completely unacceptable behavior. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:38 on our Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The Victoria Emergency Management Office hosted the Mid-Coast Hurricane and Disaster Conference.
I'm ABC's Perry Russum in Washington. Israel strikes Iran. We have the latest on the attack from overseas.
And also coming up after the break, we'll take a look at your school bus forecast, followed by your weather and health forecast. And later on Sunrise, we'll take another look at that cold front and the storms coming our way this weekend. Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you're all tuning in with us this morning, you're looking live at Cuero, where that sun is starting to finally start coming up. We got another nice warm day coming our way today, but in fact, if you're looking at that camera, you saw it looked a little bit humid out there and a little bit foggy as well. That's because it is humid out there, but also nice and warm, 71 degrees out there, but with your dew point 1 degree off that temperature, that's what's giving you the humidity of a 99%. But this computer's saying a 3-mile visibility in Cuero, so please be careful on the roads. You might see a little bit of that thin fog that you just saw there on that camera. But if you're sending your kiddos out the door, they don't have to worry about the fog. The bus driver does though. About 72 degrees, nice and warm, kind of like it is right now, cloudy with that patchy fog, or partly cloudy with the patchy fog, because we got some more partly cloudy skies coming our way today, and I'm thinking just about the exact same weather as yesterday, getting up to about 87, maybe even 88 today out of this partly cloudy skies. But in the background today, the good news is tree and grass pollen is only moderate today, but the UV index is going to be high with the sun coming out today. But we do have one more day of the warm weather before that cold front arrives tomorrow night. And we're going to take a look at all that more in just a few moments. That's it for weather. Go look at sports with Zach Brown.
Victoria East welcomed Gregory Portland to town with a North Zone and, more importantly, a playoff spot on the line. Now, in the 6th inning, East led 4-1, and Gregory Portland got a runner on base, but then Victoria East able to roll a 6-3 inning-ending double play to end any possibility of a threat. And now coming to the plate, looking for a bit of insurance. Tatiana Rocha laces one into center field for a leadoff single, works her way to third on 2 wild pitches, and Anaya Franklin does a great job of just sending one to right field. It's deep enough for Tatiana Rocha to tag and score to extend the lead. It's 5-1 in the 6th. Then the final inning, East flashing some leather. Emma Luna lays out, makes a spectacular catch to keep a runner off the bases for the second out. Now, Gregory Portland would start a 2-out rally, but Victoria East hangs on, gets the 5-2 win. They are heading to the postseason for the first time in 10 years.
We expected this all along. We didn't always put ourselves in a great position to do it, and we obviously had to do a little extra work to get there. But I mean, with this class, with the talent that they have and the work they put in, we knew it was the expectation all along. And Victoria East softball hasn't had a ton of success, really, not the success that we've expected. I mean, so getting to the playoffs is one thing, but to be able to say that you're district champs and really get to control your destiny that first round would be huge.
And that district championship she's talking about, Monday at Cavness Field against Veterans Memorial. And we also have another huge game tonight for Victoria East. The boys, if they are able to beat Ray, we will have a matchup for East versus West on Saturday for second place in the zone. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
Thank you, Zach. All right, we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. Overnight, Israel retaliates against Iran. There are reports of at least one explosion in a city 200 miles north of Iran's capital of Tehran. This comes 5 days after Iran fired more than 300 drones and missiles at Israel, nearly all of which were intercepted and downed with the help of the U.S.
Video posted online, these flashes in the sky show Iran's air defense in action. A senior U.S. official telling ABC News Israeli missiles hit a site in Iran.
This could potentially, it has clear potential to spark a major confrontation between Iran and Israel.
Iranian state media reporting an explosion was heard in a city outside of Isfahan, not far from a major military base and nuclear facility, adding the nuclear facility was not damaged. Hours before the attack, Israel's defense minister saying Israel has the freedom of action to do what it wants. Oil prices rising overnight.
20% of the world's oil passes through the Hormuz Straits, right there on the very southern tip of Iran. And this could certainly impact the flow of trade, the flow of oil, and cause even more unrest in other places around the world.
Commercial flights were suspended over several Iranian cities, including the capital of Tehran. Airports are now back to normal operations. After sunrise, video from Isfahan shows life continuing, with morning traffic moving. The White House has been urging Israel to show restraint in hopes of preventing a larger war, saying if Israel did strike, they would do so alone. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
And that leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We ask you, did Israel have the right to retaliate against Iran? Okay, let's take a look. This has gone up in the last half hour. 98% of you say yes and 2% of you say no. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. The Victoria Emergency Management Office hosted the Mid-Coast Hurricane and Disaster Conference Thursday at the Community Center. Participants heard from emergency management leaders, meteorologists, and other experts who deal with hurricane preparedness.
The water that's associated with these storms that kill the most people. So when there's an evacuation order for your area because of that water threat, please listen to it.
Experts predict this year we'll see a very active season with more than 20 named storms predicted. That's tropical storms and hurricanes combined. The time is now 6:45 on our Friday morning. So the Netflix has made some risky moves, but they seem to have paid off. Okay, it's time to celebrate those birthdays. Happy second birthday, Marina. Daddy loves and misses you. You're so beautiful. Hope you have fun today.
That's such a sweet picture. Happy birthday, Marina. And happy fifth birthday to Marisol. Happy birthday, Marisol. Love from Kiki.
And happy birthday to Brant Jr. Happy birthday, Brant Jr. May this special day be filled with joy, laughter, and unforgettable memories that will last a lifetime. Best wishes from Bobby, Mom, Brian, and Annabella. Love you always.
Happy birthday, Brant. And recent Beef Emmy winner Ali Wong with a birthday today. The actress and comedian is turning 42. Happy birthday.
And happy birthday to Donna. Happy 52nd birthday, Donna. Love you always, Kimberly.
Happy birthday, Donna. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on More, and under Home, you'll see KVU to submit your birthday.
All right, the time is now 6:46 on our Friday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today or maybe this weekend.
That's right, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. I hope you've been loving all that warm weather we've had all week long. Monday we were 84, Tuesday 83, Wednesday 84. yesterday, Thursday, 87. Another warm day coming our way today. But that actually leads us to today's weather poll because we were real close to hitting 90 yesterday. Today's weather poll asks, do you think 90 degrees is warm or hot? It looks like 28% of y'all, looks like it's been changing all morning. 28% of y'all say you think it's warm, and 72% of y'all, most of y'all say you think it's hot. I might consider it warm because we get some pretty hot temperatures in the summer in the hundreds. But to vote on today's weather poll and future weather polls, go to crossroadtoday.com/voteweather to participate and see what everybody else says as well. Now, like I said, yesterday was a warm day, 87 degrees, and I'm thinking we're going to have just about the exact same weather as yesterday coming our way today, getting up to about 87, which is, like I said, about the same as yesterday, but the clouds as well, I'm thinking about the same thing coming our way today. Partly cloudy skies are going to be coming our way probably right around noontime, actually maybe even earlier. Yesterday they started clearing early in the morning, much earlier than I was thinking. But coming our way over the weekend, if you don't like the heat, we have a cold front coming our way tomorrow night. Looking at that right now, you can see maybe even a couple showers possible tomorrow in the afternoon, but then as we go into tomorrow night, you can see 9 p.m. and to 10 p.m. That's right around when the front's coming through the crossroads, and that's going to bring a little bit cooler temperatures over the next few days. It's going to be in the 70s after that front arrives. But we're going to take a look at all that more, though, in just a few more moments. Back to Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. Netflix made some risky moves last year, but they seem to have paid off. The streaming service cracked down on users sharing passwords, pushing users to get their own accounts. And now in the first 3 months of this year, Netflix announced it had gained more than 9 million subscribers. That brings Netflix to a record high number of subscribers, nearly 270 million. Netflix also announced Thursday it will stop sharing its quarterly subscriber numbers next year. Some of the fresh, frozen, and even canned non-organic fruits and vegetables you eat could contain concerning levels of pesticides. An investigation released by Consumer Reports says imported produce into the U.S. has some of the highest levels of pesticides. The majority of highly contaminated imports include frozen strawberries and imported and domestic green beans. The U.S. Environment Protection Agency has an extensive review process for all pesticides to ensure they're safe for human consumption. The FDA is responsible for monitoring and enforcing the EPA's tolerances for pesticides in food, including imported food. Hyundai Motor Company is the latest major brand to pause its advertising on X, formerly known as Twitter, due to anti-Semitism. Hyundai's announcement on Thursday comes a day after an ad from the automaker reportedly appeared next to an anti-Semitic and pro-Hitler post. In response, Hyundai paused their ads. A spokesperson said the company is speaking with X directly about brand safety to ensure this issue is addressed. The head of business operations at X says the company has since suspended the account that was adjacent to the ad. He added the company's ad agency did not activate brand safety settings and that the campaign took place without X's direct sales team. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. The National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. is cleared for occupancy after reports of a bomb threat on Thursday. The National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. is cleared for occupancy after reports of a bomb threat Thursday. The building received a bomb threat at approximately 5:28 p.m. near the museum's closing time. Fortunately, no visitors were in jeopardy. Staff members who remained in the building were evacuated and accounted for. Local law enforcement fully secured the building and reopened the museum to staff. The investigation is being handled by U.S. Park Police and D.C. Metropolitan Police. The museum will open back up for visitors today at 10 a.m. An investigation is underway after a body was found inside of a stolen U-Haul truck in Los Angeles Thursday. The discovery was made before 11 a.m. on Redondo Boulevard. According to police, the vehicle, a moving truck measured at least 15 feet, had been reported stolen. The owners arrived to retrieve the abandoned truck when they discovered what they believe were human remains and alerted police. The remains had been wrapped in a tarp in the back of the vehicle. Blood was also found inside the truck. The medical examiner will determine the identity of the remains. More than 50 firefighters responded to a fire that broke out underneath the Atlantic City Boardwalk in New Jersey. Crews battled the fire that started around 7 p.m. Thursday evening for hours. It's reported as an alarm 2 fire. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire on the landmark boardwalk is still under investigation. Severe storms moved across the St. Louis region Thursday, leaving thousands without power. The storms produced powerful winds, hail, and tornadoes in some areas. Severe storm warnings were issued for St. Louis and several other counties. There were also several confirmed tornadoes in the area. Several buildings in the area were also damaged by the storms. Early voting begins Monday. You can vote at the Dr. Patty Dotson Public Health Center. And voting hours Monday through Friday will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a final look at our forecast with Parker. Parker, looks like a cloudy sunrise out there for us.
You are right, Carolina. It is a bit of a cloudy sunrise out there this morning, and also a bit of a warm one as well. Right now, 76 degrees out there in Port Lavaca this morning, but a little bit humid as well. 74-degree dew point, 2 degrees off of that temperature. Got a 94% humidity. So some of us might be seeing just a tad bit of real thin fog. So please be careful out on the roads if you do see some of that fog. But looking at the cloud cover this morning, you can see just a little bit of cloud cover over us. But coming our way, we're going to have just about the same weather as yesterday. Partly cloudy skies today here in Victoria. It's going to be a nice warm day again. About the same temperatures yesterday as well. About 87, maybe even 88 today. Another warm day coming away. But in Cuero, about the same thing. Maybe just a little bit cooler because you're up further north. 86 today under those partly cloudy skies, and about the same thing in Port Lavaca. Also maybe just a bit cooler because you're right next to that water. About 84 today under those partly cloudy skies. But the good news is if you don't like the heat, we do have some heat relief come over the weekend with a cold front and even some thunderstorms.
All right. Thank you, Parker.
Of course, Carolina.
And thank y'all for joining us. Have a wonderful Friday. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join Karina, Don, Mac, and Zach today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.